Hello everyone and welcome to Garage Chronicles with Grant. Again, it's been a bit of a gap since my last video with the milling machine, which I've actually made some parts for my table, which is pretty cool. So my first foray into milling, and I've managed to make these things, which is pretty cool. So those are going to be going on my Jag V12 table just to hold the glass up and that. So that was just a short little project just to test the thing out and try my hand at working a milling machine, which turns out I didn't forget very much from high school. So there you go. Anyways, this guy right here, those of you who saw in my Facebook post, is the 1977 Porsche 911 Targa. It's got a 2.7 liter engine in it, about 165 or 170 horsepower, I guess. Originally a California car. It's got air conditioning, but it's the compressor's been removed. I'm gonna delete the rest of it. I don't really have any need for or want for air conditioning. It's not gonna be that kind of car. It's a Targa, so the top comes off anyway, it's not a big deal. Yeah, so I'm gonna basically get it back together again. It's about 9/10 of the way there. You got the exhaust needs to go back on it, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff and little finishing details. I would say it's probably literally the last 5%, but it's all the 5% that no one wants to do. So there we go. I'll be getting at that pretty quick. So my plan is to make this a bit of a resto mod, but it could be converted back to stock as soon as possible if I needed to for some reason. But the long-term plan for it is to just make it a really, really nice driver for around here. It's got fuel injection right now, the CIS fuel injection. Those of you who know much about that know it's an overly complicated fuel injection system, which is very, very, I would say it's the most German thing about the car is this elaborate fuel injection system, which doesn't work that well. We'll see how it goes. I might restore it, regasket the whole thing, put new seals in and new springs and whatnot, see if that brings it back to life. I don't even know. I don't even know if the car runs, to be honest with you. So I haven't even turned it over yet. But I'm gonna get it mechanically ready to get turned over. I got a few parts to put on it. The sway bar in the back is missing, so I have to get one of those. And just a lot of prettying up. The interior has all been redone. The car's received a very nice paint job, so there's no rust on it anywhere, which is nice for a Porsche. The leather inside is mint on the seats, other than the fact it has a hole in the dash where the stereo used to be. I'm not gonna put a stereo in it. Yeah, I'm gonna put a stereo delete in there. I don't wanna hear music when I'm driving this thing. I wanna hear the sound of that beautiful flat six. So that's kind of the way I'm gonna go with it. Other than that, it's just a matter of getting it started and getting on it and getting the thing built. So here's where we're at right now. Underneath the car, if I can just get underneath here for a second, you'll see it's pretty clean. It's been bumped around a little bit, but overall it's in really good shape. There's the air conditioning lines over there and so forth, but no, it's in really nice shape. So that's my plan, is to get all this stuff done, get it all tightened up, go from front to back, get all the screws done, and then just make sure everything's torqued and then get it back running again. There's a couple of little gremlins under the dash, or I guess not the dash, the frunk, I guess we call it in this German car world, where someone has decided that they wanted to do some, I don't know, questionable wiring, so that's coming out. I gotta get the fuse panel all sorted out here. This is arguably the most ridiculous electrical I've ever seen in a car, is in this thing here. It's so archaic. It looks like it was designed in the 50s and they didn't change a thing. So I have to go through a lot of that too, but that's all part of it. That's part of the ownership. Yeah, pretty excited to get the thing going though. I hope to have it done, reassembled and at least started in about a month. That's my hope anyways. I'm just picking away at it. I still have a pile of work to do on the Beetle around the side over there. We picked up a clip for it today. So I got a pile of work to do with that thing. But I'll film as I go, and it's not gonna be a race because I really am learning brand new material now with that car. So I've got a ton of learning to do, and there's a ton of things I don't know. And I've also got this project sitting here now. So in the evening when I can't make noise, I'll work on this. During the day where I can, I'll work on the Beetle. What else can I say? Yeah, the longer term plan with this car, I think, is to make it horsepower by omission. What that means in the Porsche world, I guess in most instances for that matter, when you take the weight away from a car, every 18.18 pounds is the same as adding 1 horsepower. So if you reduce 20 pounds, you pick up a horsepower. And you can do it a lot of ways. It's a very popular race car, Porsche, Ferrari kind of thing to do, is to just delete things. In this case here, I'm going to delete a lot of stuff. Just based on this type of driving I'll be doing, I won't need it. And the cheapest way to get horsepower in a Porsche or a Ferrari, any car of that magnitude for that matter, is to just reduce the weight. So if I can reduce 100 pounds in this car, that's the same as getting 5 horsepower. Which, when you think about exotic car horsepower, it's about $500 or $600 per horsepower to buy it if you have to put modifications into the motor to get that power back. Way more economical to pull things out. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll keep you guys along for the journey. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to fire this thing up in fairly short order. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And I'll keep you apprised of my progress.